Hey, I hope you're getting excited about your trip to St. Martin. You should have received an email from me that's going to look similar to this. And if you click on View Online in it, it's going to open it up online. If you were to click on the View in App right there, it would prompt you to download the app, which is really good for because you can use it when you don't have Wi-Fi or cell service. So it's really good for that. Over here, you can jump around to different days. As you can see, we're going to start with the information and documents section. People like to skip over this section, but it's got a lot of useful, important information in here. So take your time and read through this. You can see I've given you your flights and also your documents, your travel documents. So these are generic because this is a generic video just to kind of give you a general walkthrough. So this will not be specific to your trip, but know that that's there. You just click on those little paper clips and everything opens up for you. Talked about the ID that's required for travel. You have to have a passport book because you are traveling international and it has to be valid for the entire stay of your trip. St. Martin's super easy to get in and out of. There's no online immigration. There's no COVID testing or requirements. So super easy peasy. I would anticipate that the the airline will give you an immigration form on the plane. So I would have a black or blue pen with me to fill out that form because it most likely will have to be filled out in black or blue ink. There are such things as flight delays and cancellations, so be sure to pack your patience. Luggage fees are being charged when you do your online check-in. The airline should give you a prompt that says, "Hey, luggage is this amount, this amount," so that you would know. If if you are staying at a resort that has some dining restaurants, if you have restaurants that require dining reservations, I would make those as soon as I check in because some of those restaurants will fill up. Who to call? This is very important. If you encounter any issues with your flights, talk to the gate agent. They have the most power. Remember to be nice. And if your flights get majorly delayed, let me know immediately. Sometimes it's easiest for you to handle it at the gate. Sometimes it's easier for me to handle it for you. I can't always do it, but I have been able to. When I say majorly delayed, I'm talking like 6+ hours. But always go see the gate agent first because they do have the most power. Or try to use the app, the airline's app, because airlines have made it super easy these days for you to just go through their app and change your flights. So what I would do is I would be trying to change my flights in the app while I'm waiting in line to talk to a gate agent. And you can talk to a gate agent, any gate agent. It doesn't have to be the gate agent at the gate that you're scheduled to depart from, as long as they work for that airline, easy peasy. Also, if you are majorly delayed, airlines don't have to do this, but a lot of times they will. Sometimes they will give you like food vouchers, hotel vouchers, lounge vouchers, that kind of stuff, but you have to ask for it. So ask for it. Worst that can happen is they say no. And be sure to save all of your receipts if you have insurance so that we can make an insurance claim if warranted. Giving you your 24/7 phone number in case it's after office hours or you're unable to get in touch with me. I've given you that number to call. I've given you some basic information about St. Martin here. You can click on those paper clips again, and it's going to open these up for you. This is a letter that's going to cover a lot of information. Be sure to read through all of this. I'm going to read it to you. You're a grown-up. You can handle it. And then this is just some general information about St. Martin. It's very educational. Be sure to read down at the security, personal safety, health, all of this stuff down here, do's and don'ts. This is some important information that you need to know before you travel to a foreign country. I've talked about clearing customs and immigration. When you arrive in the United States, you'll have to pick up your luggage at the baggage claim and recheck it if you have a layover. This is a great time to put any alcohol that you purchased in a duty-free store in your luggage. If it's an odd-shaped bottle or thick glass, it may not pass security and TSA will confiscate it. Be aware that you're going to have to go through security again. Be prepared that the same liquid rules that you previously had leaving the US will be in place again. You're going to have to discard of any liquids like a water that you purchased at the previous airport. Let's see. Mobile passport app for arrival in the US. We'll get to that in a few minutes. I do recommend that you get COVID tested before beginning your vacation just to avoid any surprises. Remember that travel is an adventure. Nothing's going to be perfect. So be willing to roll with the punches and be flexible And I guarantee you'll have a better time if you're willing to be flexible. Giving you a well-being checklist. It's just going to give you some good tips on how to stay healthy while you travel. And then there is, of course, a COVID travel advisory. And then down here, I've given you some information about St. Martin. This is just more fun and educational stuff. And then over here to your actual itinerary, 24 hours before your flight, you're going to have to go online to the airline's website and check in using your flight locator number. And I've given you your locator number right here. So you'll need that and your name. It's easy peasy. And I do recommend that you download the airline's app and utilize it. It's going to tell you what gate you're leaving from, if the flight is delayed, those kind of things. It's very useful. And in this particular situation, they depart at 6:10 a.m. I've told them to be there at 3:10 a.m. You're supposed to be at the airport at least 3 hours prior to a flight when you're flying. You could be denied boarding if you're not checked in at the airport at least 90 minutes before your flight. Once you get to St. Martin, I've given you information about how to find your transfers, so be sure to read through all that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Then you can check in at your hotel. And then the day before you leave, you're going to have to be responsible again and do your online check-in with the airline again, just like you did going over to St. Martin. So you'll go to your airline's website and check in. I've given you the flight locator number yet again. And when you check out, be sure to physically check out. If they issue wristbands upon arrival, they're going to want to collect that. Plus, the transfer driver is going to need some kind of proof from the resort that you've settled your bill before they'll take you to the airport. And then I've told you information about how to find your return transfer. Usually you have to reconfirm that at least 24 to 48 hours prior to going back. And you can anticipate a return time of about 4 hours prior to your flight. And then I've given you more flight information. And back to that mobile passport app. Did I not see it over here? The mobile passport app. Yeah, there it is. You're going to want to go ahead and download that and get it set up before you leave. This is going to help you clear customs and immigration once you get back to the United States a lot faster. So you're going to go ahead and download it. It's going to want a picture of your passport. It's going to want some general information. So go ahead and get that set up before you leave. And then when you're flying back to the United States, as soon as you hit US soil, you can go and you can take your phone off of airplane mode. Go ahead, open up that mobile passport app, answer the couple of questions it's going to want. It's like 5 or 6 questions, and it tends to be no, 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 no. And then go ahead and submit it. And then when you get in the airport, you're going to look for the line that says mobile passport app. If you don't see the line, stop and ask an employee and they will direct you to that line. A lot of times they want to see that you've actually submitted. They want the proof that you have actually submitted that questionnaire. So you're going to need to show that to them on your phone. I have had, but it's a lot quicker line. It'll get you through customs and immigration a lot faster. So, and also I've had a couple of glitches with that app, and it always boils down to just do a hard restart on my phone, or I have to be inside the airport before I actually fill out the questionnaire. So other than that, it works really good as long as the mobile passport app line is open and as long as it's being used at the airport you're flying through. So anyhow, it's pretty widely used these days for international travel. So after you have read through all your documents, after you've listened to this video, if you have any questions, call me. Don't text or email because I've given you so much information. It's gonna warrant a phone call. So just give me a call if you have any questions. I hope y'all have a great time and enjoy yourselves. Have a great day.